who Edin Dzeko is playing cutbacks and crossing the ball, and Szymanski is there. What am I watching, boys? Their stadium is emptying up. We're not even at halftime. We are all over them. Goals galore. Wow. Take a ball, lights. Take a ball. We're already emptying out stadiums. They're not gonna like us in Turkey. Yeah, they're not gonna like us. There's a very interesting concept that exists within football. It's called the new manager bounce. It sees players play on a level they are not used to playing at, or at least on a level they have not been playing at previously. You know, players are hungrier, players are more determined to prove themselves, and because of that, we start to dream, we start to plan ahead, we start to think of what could be. That new manager bounce for us lasted a whole 2 episodes. Because in the last episode, things went very, very differently, and we are back on the training ground, specifically working on the attacking side of our game. We had our first loss against Besiktas, and Besiktas are a good team, and we were away from home, but it was a very embarrassing defeat in how it happened. We were not really competitive at all. Our first game here today is against Adana, Demirspor, and this is about the reaction. Funny thing, that loss against Besiktas was not the most embarrassing loss, because in the very last game, we lost in our opening game in the Europa League. We were at home and we lost against a team that I, to this day, am still not bothered to learn their name. Alan C. Max, one of our players in form, and let's see if he will help us to get back to winning ways. If you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like on it and subscribe as well. I'd greatly appreciate that. We're back at home. And you can see there we are still the best defensive team in the league. We've lost 1 game in the league. We've lost 1 game in the Europa League. We lost 2-1 to Besiktas, and the game in the Europa League we lost was, again, I still don't know what the team's name is. It's Union something, bro. Yeah, and we lost at home, which is very, very embarrassing. But we are once again at home, this time domestically. And we look to get back to winning ways. Later on in the episode, we're going to have another chance in the Europa League to try to get the win. But before we get there, changes have been made. I said I was going to look at the team, who's been impressive, who's not. Changes are made, and this is the lineup we are going with. Livakovic is in goal. We have Markan coming in at right back. We have Soyuncu, Jiku, and Kostic at the back. Yuksek comes into the midfield. We have Kavechi and Fred in there as well. Under comes in for Tadic. We then have Alansei Maximan and Yusuf En-Nesyri. Big calls been made. We have the likes of Dzeko out, we have Tadic dropped, we have Yuksek in there. He asked to play, and to be honest, he was one of the decent performers from that embarrassing loss in the Europa League. So think of this as the team that I have been most impressed by. You know, they may not be the highest profile players, but they are the ones that on the field have been doing what we want them to do. And I am specifically interested to see our right back situation with Levent Markan coming in there for Bright Osai Samuel. Osai Samuel has been starting right back throughout the season, but I have not been impressed by him at all. And the last episode for me was a bit of a breaking point, where he would constantly get into the right positions, because he is quick, right? He's very, very quick. But there is no quality when he gets into the position to make a cross, or to play a cutback, or to play a through ball, or to just a link up play. There is no quality at all. So an opportunity here for Markan, who is left-footed by the way, but has a 5-star weak foot, which means he is a 2-footed Don. We'll see how we do over there. But 9 minutes or so gone here. Adana on the attack. They are in the box. Oh, there is Fred. Fred, a very crucial player to us. Yuksek with a very good ball in there to align Saint Maximan. We are on the break. We are on the counter. Saint Maximan been our most dangerous attacker all season. Plays it into Yusuf En-Nesyri, who's been our most underperforming attacker this season. But the training may be working. You saw we're working on some finishing drills, yeah, on some work in the final third. We still have the best defense in the league, but the one area of our play that's been really, really lacking and has disappointed us is the attack. But that's a fantastic attack on our behalf, a counter-attack. Alan St. Maximin there, with a lot of players around him, still able to find his teammate. It's a big chance here for Cengiz Under as well, because Dusan Tadic has struggled for us so far this season. And if anything, this is just a reminder to him that, hey man, you may be one of our more established players, but you still gotta get it done on the field. I'll say Maximin there, a good ball out wide to Kostic. Here's the Frenchman again. Well played central. Yes, Kavechi. Shot is blocked. Enesiri blocked again. Here they come. Oh, on the left. Good defending. Good defending. We've played well today. We've really done well. Oh, they're getting a bit physical with us now. And I will say we struggled quite a lot with physicality against Besiktas. So maybe that's one area we can maybe still work on. But we're doing well so far. Fantastic ball over the top there by Kavechi into Cengiz Under. Back to Kavechi. Yeah, he just loses it there. 7 minutes or so from half time. We still have a 1-0 lead. Oh, good work there by our right back. Merkan makes a tackle and makes the run and recollects the ball here. Does he have the quality of the pass? Oh, we still have the ball. Here is Alan St. Maximin, who sprints away from his man but does not finish. Big opportunity to double the lead. Ooh, just outside the post. It's half time. It's a 1-0 lead at the break. It's a good response. It's a good performance. We could have more goals. I'm really liking Merkan at right back. It's only been 45 minutes, so I won't get too carried away. But I like what I see for now. It's Fred. Fantastic ball in there. Controlled well by Enesiri. Ball out wide to our right back. Levant Merkan assessing his options. There's Enesiri again. We're playing some fantastic stuff here, boys. I'm liking this. Moving one way, moving another. Looking to find the opening. We're not used to being this patient in possession, to be honest. I was just about losing it. Oh, but there's Merkan involved in making sure he gets the ball, and he's there again with another tackle. Oh, wow. Now beats his man, now into the box. Merkan still has the quality to find a pass and to create the goal. And the finish from Yusuf Enesiri to make it 2-0. And that's all from our right back. Yeah, I think we may have found our starting right back now. The determination, bro, when through no fault of his own, the pass to him was slightly overhit. Gets involved in the first challenge, gets involved in the second duel, and he still has the quality to put it on a plate for our striker. I can only applaud him. Oh, say Maximin there, just barged off the ball, but Enesiri as well, he's been very good today. Definitely his best game so far. This may be our best performance so far, lads. I don't think we've played this level of football yet. Oh, what a ball that is again! But he is offside. Yeah, let's make some changes because we are getting a bit leggy in there. Let's take off Under and bring on Tadic. Merkan has been phenomenal. Standing ovation for this guy, bro, because wow, have you seen how secure we are in possession now, where we know our right back isn't going to lose the ball all the time? I mean, he will have to come on Osai Samuel over at right back because, yeah, Merkan is tired. We're also going to bring on Jaden Osterwald at left back. Of course, he will be a defensive fullback, but we are 2-0 up. There's no need to be as attacking as we were before. Szymanski has also come on for Kavechi. But the boys that have been trusted to do the job have definitely done it here today. We're to the 90th minute. We're still potentially in with a shot of getting a third, but it's definitely not necessary now. As a necessary. Good to see him within the goals. Good to see him actually putting the ball in the net. It is full time. It's a 2-0 win at home against Adana Demirspor, and a good reaction following that loss in the Europa League at home, giving the home fans something to cheer about once again. And what a performance by our right back, Youssef En-Nesyri. Hats off to you. Wow. I was starting to write him off a bit there, but we'll see if he can keep up that level of performance. But our right back for me was the star of the show. Man of the match in the end goes to Youssef En-Nesyri. But Levent Marcan gets a 9.3 rating, an assist to his name, his first start of the season, and he took our game to a completely different level. In terms of Ismail Yüksek, he was just solid in there. I think he may be staying in the starting 11 because he seems a bit more solid defensively than Amrabat. He also seems like he is more natural in that role and is in the right position at the right time seemingly. And boy, what a performance that was. But now, that performance is the template. That performance is what we should try to replicate in this game. Now, it will be more difficult. We're facing FC Twente and we go away from home. We go up to the Netherlands. And we must win this game. We actually have to win this game to make up for that loss against, well, insert name here, because I still don't know what that team is, right? We have to win today. We really have to. Our next game, the Europa League, is against Manchester United, and we don't want to go into that game winless, because you never know which kind of Manchester United team you're going to face. They may absolutely blow us away, or we may blow them away, but we don't want to take that risk. Good to see Youssef En-Nesyri back in good form, finally getting on the score sheet and, you know, proving to be a goal threat for us. We think that trading may have had something to do with it, but now it's time for him to kick on. Fred as well is being acknowledged by the press here, and he is such a key player for us, man. He is so good at covering ground. He is everywhere. He's very aggressive. He never gets tired, and he is key in transitions as well. And in this game, we'll be going with the exact same team that just played the previous game. There is a bit of fatigue in the squad, but we just cannot risk, you know, tweaking a few things and that balance being completely messed up. This is the 20 team we will be playing. They play a wing play style of play, which means they'll be more threatening out in the wide areas. So that may be a bit of a challenge for our fullbacks, and it may require our wingers to track back a bit more. But En-Nesyri leads the line again. Like we said, the exact same 11 will take the field here today. Let's see if we can finally get our first win in Europe and make up for that embarrassing loss in the first game. 12 minutes into the game, FC Twente have a corner. It'll be an Outsunyu cross there towards the penalty spot, and they win the header, but was that Chiku at the near post who cleared? And here's Marcan trying to get away to initiate a counter for us, but he has picked up a bit of a knock. That's not something we like to see after the performance he just had. We basically are still in the opening stages of this game. And seeing that our right back is injured is not a good sign, and keeping in mind that they like to attack over on the flanks, we may have to make an early change at right back, boys, which may hamper us in terms of the attack, but we have to be safe first, and Marcan is actually injured. He will have to come off. He'll have to come off. Osai Samuel will have to come on, and we just have to manage that situation then. We'll just have to manage that, but we still have a very big threat over on our left-hand side with Kostic and Saint-Maximin. Saint-Maximin was away from his man. Tackle from behind, ref. Just a yellow. Does that have to do with the fact that it's still early in the game? I don't know, man. If that's an hour in the game, I think the color is different. Spread. Kostic. Hostage to Alan Saint-Maximin. Saint-Maximin gets away from his man once again. This time leaves him in the dust. Will he be brought down again? He is in the penalty area, but they'll let him go. And he'll have his shot and he'll have his goal. 4 minutes from the break. Alan Saint-Maximin punishes FC 20. Our threat is all but nullified over on the right-hand side, with the substitute that we were forced into by taking off Marcan and bringing on Osai Samuel. But our left-hand side has still got that threat, the threat of the most in-form attacking player in Turkey right now. Big goal before the break. Under less than ideal circumstances, losing our right back early in the game, but we have done well to persevere. And here's under to Bright Osai Samuel. One thing he does have is the pace, and he will get to these positions, but will he do anything within those positions? The answer is a resounding no. But I guess we'll just utilize him by getting into the areas. At least when he has the ball on the attack, it means we can't be attacked. At least there's that. It's halftime, and we are leading by a goal to nil thanks to Alan Saint-Maximin. I think we may need a second goal in this one, boys. They've been very quiet, and we've kept them quiet. But to really kill it off, I think if we get a second goal, we'll be home and dry. It has been a slow start to this second half. But there's Bright Osai Samuel with a fantastic tackle, actually. He has grass ahead of him, and he is good at running. Well, he just ran into his opponent that time. There's Anesiri. Takavechi. Changes under. Oh, fantastic pass in there. Oh, Anesiri now just lost it. We're into the final 20 minutes. Yusuf Anesiri just slid in there. It was a bit late. He may be getting booked here. He just got sent off. What's the difference between that and the foul they made in the first half? What? No, like, that foul was even worse. We're down to 10 men. Tadic is on, Szymanski is on, Jaden Osterwalder will come on. That's a ridiculous red card. A straight red. Okay, boys, let's lock up shop now. Jaden Osterwalder, defensive left back. Let's just get out of here. Because it's clear they don't really want to see us win. They really don't. I mean, one positive thing about Osai Samuel is he can be that outlet that will get us forward, and there's nobody really in the box because we don't have a striker. But he does take the shot on there just to keep 20 away for now. One thing I'll say is our defense has been solid once again, and Shagla Soyuncu in particular has been vital for us. So what a tackle that is. That was needed. Hey man, what, are you going to send us off again? 2 minutes added on, 1 minute has been played. There is a minute remaining in the game, and we may just about escape the Netherlands with a win. And we will. A hard-fought win in very difficult circumstances, in a game where we lost our right back within the first 15 minutes of the game, in a game where our striker got sent off. We still got the goal, and we still persevered to get that crucial win to make up the first loss in the Europa League. And there is Thiago Soyuncu with the Man of the Match award. He, alongside our defense, were key because 20 did not get many chances, and it was all down to them. We have played our second youth tournament of the season, and this time we did better than in the first one. In the first one, we lost in the quarterfinals, whereas in this one, in the quarterfinals, we beat Besiktas by 2-0, with Eman Adilovic being the Man of the Match. They're one of our new additions to the academy. Of course, we have new players that have been added in the academy by the scouts. We had scouts out in Turkey, in in Bosnia and Herzegovina and in Egypt, getting us some players. That's one of the goals we scored in our 2-0 victory in the semi-final against Istanbul Başakşehir, where our highest rated prospect in the academy, Hassan being man of the match. Really excited to see what he can do when he does get to the first team. In the final, we took on Trabzonspor, and Trabzonspor's first team, or their senior team I should say, are actually top in the league right now, so they are a real tough competitor both on a senior and on a youth level, and they proved to be too much for us, as they were the first team to both score against us and then beat us in the final. So I'm very excited to see how the academy develops. We now have scouts going out again to try to get us fresh blood, to try to balance out the positions within the academy as well. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. But the next game is against 10th placed Kayserispor, who have one win in their last 5 games, 3 losses and a draw in there as well. We have just won 2 in a row and have not conceded in those 2. They like to play tiki-taka, they like to keep the ball, and we've come up against these types of teams before, and we've done decently well because we're not too fixated on keeping the ball. That's the team we're going with: Levakovic in goal, Kostic, Džiku, Soyuncu and Marcano. We have Juksic, Fred and Szymanski in there, Saint Maximin, Tadic and Dzeko. A few changes made, and good to see that the injury to Marcan was not too serious. Let's see if, even with the few changes we've made, that we can still perform at a very high level. This is some very good football here, boys. The confidence in how we move the ball, especially vertically, is now on a different level, man. It's now on a different level. We do trust ourselves more to actually play the passes and to play the more riskier passes, actually. There's a cross in there. 1-0. Who's that? That's Dusan Tadic. Dusan Tadic starting for the first time in quite a few games. He's been put on the bench, because to be honest, Cengiz Ünder has been performing better than him. But here he is back in the starting 11. He was never completely ruled out, and he is proving to have that fire back in his belly to prove himself. And a fantastic lead by him there. And we have a lead. It's Szymanski. He has come in here today for Kaveci, so an opportunity for him to maybe get back in the starting 11. God, with the confidence on this guy, just whips balls in there. This time a bit too close to the goalkeeper. Only 15 or so minutes gone. Kostic back to Szymanski. Every time we get the ball, we look to go forward. I love to see this. I love how we're playing right now, boys. Ball worked in there towards Dzeko. Dzeko from range, saved by the keeper. Everybody is operating with such a high level of confidence right now. Not afraid to take shots from outside the box, not afraid to try difficult passes. Let's try to get that second goal. It's Kostic again. We're trying to repeat that same delivery, but this time it does not quite work. Another chance maybe for Kostic to deliver, and he does deliver, and the ball is worked in there, and it is in. The flag stays down. It's 2-0. And then Dzeko celebrated, but I'm sure it must be an own goal. It took a deflection, but the question is, was it going on target either way? Nah, I doubt. That's way too big of a deflection. It must be an own goal. It's Tadic. We don't look like we're slowing down. It's Fred. To Kostic. Kostic to Saint Maximin. Saint Maximin to Fred. Oh my days, boys. If this leads to a goal. Wow, Kostic crossed in, and there's that goal. We are playing some fantastic stuff right now. Wow. Just headed wide. 30 minutes gone. We are all over them. All over them. The one part though that we do struggle a bit with is the pressing, because of the striker we have, especially when we play Dzeko. We can't press as effectively, but we have pressed well enough here to win the ball. Here is Marcano with a fantastic switch of play. Had it down to Saint Maximin. Saint Maximin goes one way, goes another. Good footwork from the Frenchman. And try to cross in there. That must be hands. It is a handball. And we have a penalty and opportunity to make this 3-0. Just over 30 minutes into the game. Comes off the arm there. Comes off the arm. Ref points to the spot. Penalty stands. And Dusan Tadic has claimed the ball to make it 3-0 to Fenerbahçe and make it 2 for himself. And we are running away with this game. And it's nothing short of what we deserve. We have been phenomenal here today. 2 minutes from halftime, and we are still looking to get forward. Dusan Tadic linking up out wide there with Edin Dzeko, who Edin Dzeko is playing cutbacks and crossing the ball, and Szymanski is there. What am I watching, boys? Their stadium is emptying up. We're not even at halftime. We are all over them. Goals galore. Wow. Take the ball, lights. Take the ball. We're already emptying out stadiums. They're not going to like us in Turkey. Yeah, they're not going to like us. What a performance by Dusan Tadic. What a performance by him. A performance that's like, hey, I'm still here. Yeah, forgot about me. I'm still here. 4-0 at halftime. Undoubtedly the best half of football we've played. I mean, need I say any more? Need I say any more? Not just about preserving players and making sure they don't get injured. We're actually going to bring on Bright Osei-Samuel over on the left wing here to take off St. Maximin. Going to rest up Marcano. Going to bring on Moldore. They're going to bring on the cow at centre back. Amrabat must get a game at some point because bro, Yüksek is unbelievable and he will definitely be starting moving forward. But Amrabat will get a game here. Osterwalder will also get a game over at left back. Of course, when he comes on, we're going to go defensive over on that left hand side. And let's just see out the game. Final 2 minutes. Second half has been quiet. Second half has been boring. But if you're part of the crowd, you got all your entertainment in within the first 30 or 35 minutes. I think this may be the most goals we've scored all season in a game. And I mean, if I was to be critical and analyze the goals cynically, you could say one of the goals is a penalty. You could say one of the goals is a corner. And one of them is an own goal where you could be like, hey, you only scored one legitimate goal from open play or something like that. But the performance is undoubtable. We scored 4, and fair enough, we had a bit of luck. We were very clinical though, but we still could have scored more. And Dusan Tadic, deservedly man of the match in that game, and that is undoubtable. He was phenomenal, making a claim to be back into that starting 11 as well. He is also making a claim here to potentially receive a new contract. I think that may be a bit premature considering that that was his first really good game of the season. Maybe at some point in the future, definitely if he can perform at any level close to that, then we will definitely do that. This is something I didn't see within the game though, which is a bit weird and worrying. Alexander Dzeku has broken his leg and will be out for the next 3 months. I have no idea at which point within that game it happened, but it provides us with an opportunity to promote one of our youth players, Darlington David, a 6'7" Nigerian monster of a centre back. He's 17 years old and he is promoted straight into the first team. We'll see how he does. He's actually on the bench for this game. This is our last game of the episode. That's the starting 11 we're going with. Tadic keeps his spot in there. Enisiri comes in, Kavechi comes in. A few changes have been made and we're going to quick sim it to round off the episode with another 4-0 win. St. Maximin opens the scoring in the 36th minute. I'm trying to see if Darlington David came on. He didn't. Szymanski came on. Osterwalder came on. We have Enisiri making it 2, Tadic making it 3, and St. Maximin making it 4 in the 85th minute to round off the perfect episode. The perfect response to the losses in the last episode. Alan St. Maximin, man of the match once again. Darlington David there in the headlines, the young boy who has been promoted, and he's gonna have the chance to prove himself. He will play at some point. I don't want to just immediately jump to signing a centre back or something, because Dziko's gonna be out for 3 months. That's a very significant injury, and centre back is a position we're looking at either way. But I don't want to just immediately jump into that. I'm going to promote one of the youth players and see how he does. He has between now and January to show something. I'm not saying be Virgil van Dijk, but I'm saying show something. And we will make a decision in January. But after 10 games, we are top of the league. 8 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss. We are scoring more goals, which is one thing we really wanted to work on, and we are still not really conceding. We're on 25 points, and so are Galatasaray. I believe we are above them on head-to-head because they have a superior goal difference. So I think over here it works on head-to-head because we already beat them. But Trabzonspor are still undefeated, and so are Besiktas. They are the last 2 undefeated sides remaining in the league, and we have lost one of them. We are going to face Trabzonspor soon, so that will be exciting. But in the next episode, we take on Manchester United, and man, I cannot wait for that encounter in the Europa League. We of course have other games as well coming up in the league, but we are in a very good place now. We have recovered very, very well. Things are starting to look a bit like, whoa, what's happening here? What is this a bit too much for us? Are we out of our depth? What is going on? But we have responded. If you have enjoyed this video, please drop a like on it and subscribe as well. I'd greatly, greatly appreciate that. I've been with you, Crusher, and I'll see you guys next time.